Hi there. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the case for the Soulsby Synthesizer's miniAtmegatron. Now this comes as a small DIY kit that I'm going to put together right now, so let's check it out. All right, here we go. We'll go ahead and start to open the envelope here and see what we have inside. Now then, there's some videos online of a couple of synth meetups that kind of showed off a preliminary version of the case that was 3D printed. So we'll take a look here and see if that is the case. The case for the case. All right, looks like I got all the washers out of there. Let's set that aside just in case. Got a few machine screws, some shorter machine screws, some washers, some hex nuts, and then the case itself. All right, so we have, I'm assuming that's the back or bottom, if you will, of the case. And here we have the front of the case. All the markings that are actually on the PCB, but it'll be a little easier to see what's going on the markings on the case here. And I like the black, that's pretty cool. And I think these are just side pieces, yeah, because this is where your your audio is going to go out, your USB, and then your power, and they are marked like that. There you go. And same with the audio out. Now I think we're ready to actually assemble the miniAtmegatron into the case. I've kind of laid things out here. You notice there are basically just two steps on the instruction. The first step shows the bottom of the case, just the Arduino, and the two smaller machine screws. So it looks like we need to put the in cap that has the power connector and the USB connector on. Those slide on to the bottom. And then the small machine screws go through. Now this is going to be what holds the Arduino in place. Now it looks like one of the case holes, like this side over here, went in fine. But if you notice, this one's at a little bit of an angle, so might take some finagling to get this in. In fact, I might, because it's at an angle, might just have to screw it in. Yeah, there it goes. It's supposed to just go in straight. So one of those mounting holes is just off by a slight amount. Put on the washers. Put on the rounded hex cap nuts. And then step 2 shows using these longer ones to mount through the top. Also, it does show we need to take the diffusers, the LED diffusers and the collars off of the miniAtmegatron. So now this is going to mate just like a normal shield to the Arduino. Gotta give it a little bit of pressure to get it in there. That's one of the mistakes I made on the first video I shot. I didn't press these into the headers enough. So now we can assemble some of the sides. All right, so having a little trouble getting the sides to mount here. Just a heads up, if you're gonna be doing this yourself, I would put this audio out in panel onto the assembly at the same time that you put your miniAtmegatron onto the Uno, as far as when you press it in as a normal shield. So basically the 2 end caps are going to need to go on first, then the side units. That looks pretty good. And before we put the top on, we need to put the LED diffuser lenses in here. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Put the collars on. Guess it'd help if I had it turned around the right way here. Now the trick is lining up all the sides at the same time. They're really close. Really, really close here. Need to kick that side out just a little. Oh, is that it? That might be it. Now I thought these longer screws were just gonna slide in. I actually need to screw in through the miniAtmegatron, it seems. So this is gonna take a little bit, so see you in a few seconds. Now we have the case fully assembled now. There were a few issues putting it together as far as the fit seemed a little tight and still kind of does. The filter cutoff knob is a little hard to turn, and same with the volume and pitch knob. Now these could be for a few different reasons. This could be maybe when I soldered the board together, maybe I didn't have those 2 knobs quite perpendicular like I did the other ones, because the other knobs seem to turn fine. The switch, A/B switch, seems to work. The increment and decrement buttons for the function and values seem to work. The only other thing is the play button also is a little tight. You can hear it click as it depresses, but you don't really hear it return. And if you kind of wiggle it around a little bit, then you hear it, and you can press it again. Same thing, you hear it. So it's a little tight right there, but you can see there's a little bit of gap right here. And there's no real way to get that closed because the mounting screw for the front panel is there, and then a second one here. So basically where my two fingers are up on top. So as you tighten it down, it's going to want to kind of lift up a little bit. So you can see there's a little bit of a gap just right there. Now, I did have a few issues with the fit of the case that I mentioned. I might be able to do some slight modifications to try and remedy that, but overall I really like the case. I think it looks amazing. It's nice to have the miniAtmegatron and Arduino in an enclosure. That way they're not just sitting out risking getting damaged or shorted out, things like that. Now this retails at the Soulsby Synthesizers website for about $17 to $20 US. If you like this video, please be sure and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.